So today class on prevention of cholera diseases. It is a acute diarrheal illness caused by the contamination food and contamination water taking. It is a acute enteric infection. All acute. It is a acute diarrheal illness caused by taking contamination food and water. It is a waterborne diseases. It is mainly affecting on intestine. In the intestine, Vibrio cholera bacteria can be causes and releases the enterotoxin. It may causes increases the peristaltic movement. It may causes excess secretion of fluids that is called as diarrhea. In some cases, it is also causes watery diarrhea. It is called as rice water diarrhea. In diarrhea contains more amount of fluids. It is similar to water. In if cholera is not treated in the early stage, it can causes severe dehydration and it may causes death of the patient. Next one, the causative organism can be discovered by John Snow identified as it is a waterborne disease caused due to ingestion of contamination water taking. Next one, Filippo Passini from Italy discovered the causative agent for cholera, that is Vibrio cholera Passini. In Robert Koch is a Egypt scientist rediscovered the cholera is produced by the microorganism like bacteria. Next one, the causative organism for cholera is Vibrio cholera is again divided into two serogroups. There are O1 and O139. Biotypes are EL torclasic. It is related to cholera. And coming to these cholera organism is resistance to high temperature, does not resistance to high temperature. This cholera virus bacteria is killed within 3 minutes. It can be heated at 50 degrees centigrade. If the temperature is low, it can multiplied. These cholera vibrio bacteria produces toxins. These toxin is introduced into intestine and multiply, causes improvements the intestinal movements, causes diarrhea. It is a reservoir for cholera. The incubation period varies from 7 to 10 days. Next one, host related factors. The most commonly children's are more susceptible than adults, and also older people are easily attacked by cholera. The both males and females are equally affected by cholera. The persons who are lacking immune system, they are easily attacked by cholera, and also persons having low pH conditions. It means pH is lower than 5 is prevents the attack of cholera, and also persons who are having blood group is easily attacked with cholera when compared to the other blood groups B, A and AB. Next one, some environmental factors are also responsible for producing cholera. There are taking contamination water and taking contaminated food, and also by taking contaminating water with soil and nest, and also maintain low standards of personal hygiene, hand washing, personal care washings, soaps, and nails, hair, and mouth, nose, and incomplete brushing and bathing. It may causes easily attracted by cholera, and lack of education and pure quality of life also affects the cholera. Next one, the persons who are living in low social economical status and also easily affected with cholera. The person who are transfer from one place to the another person easily affected by cholera by changing the water. Examples are pilgrimage, attend the functions like marriages and festivals, and also attend the fairs. They are easily exposed to the cholera causative organism. Next one, the major cause of cholera is by taking contaminated water and eating contaminated food, and also eating unwashed food, and also eating raw food. It may causes cholera. The mechanism action of cholera toxin. The cholera toxin increases the permeability of intestinal epithelial cells by releasing the misnase enzyme from the cholera vibrio. These cholera vibrio enzyme releases misnase is attached to the intestinal intestinal epithelial cells, releases enterotoxin. It is a cholera toxin. It will contains two type of portions, light portion and heavy portion. There are two type of toxins, light L toxin and H toxin. These L toxin attached to the epithelial cells membranes of gangliosides receptors, and it will attach to the cell wall of vibrio. It may causes increases the adenyl cyclase activity, means cyclic AMP increases the activities. It drives the fluids and ions to the lumen into intestine to increases the flow of fluids to the intestine. It may causes severe diarrhea. This is the process involved in producing the diarrhea. By this cholera toxin increases the peristaltic movements and also increase the mucosal damage, and also increases the mesenteral blood flow and block the sodium pump. Next one, once cholera bacteria can be entered into our body, accumulated in our stomach, and increases the intestinal permeability and produces enterotoxin. These enterotoxins are binding with G coupled protein receptors and activate the GTPase and stuck the G protein position and increase the 3,5 adenosine monophosphate activity, and also increase the cyclic AMP levels. By increasing the cyclic AMP levels, activate the ion channels and also activate the fluids and ions driven into intestine. It may causes intestinal flow of fluids and ions. It may causes severe diarrhea. This is the pathophysiology involved in cholera. Next one, The major symptoms of cholera is typical rice water diarrhea. The diarrhea contains like rice water like appearance. Next one, the major symptoms of cholera is when severe diarrhea causes loss the elasticity of the skin and also decreases the blood pressure and in sometimes causes vomiting and sometimes produces thirst, and due to loss of water it may sudden loss of body weight. The, these symptoms are not treated in the early stage and early diagnosis it may causes diarrhea. Diarrhea is a sudden and frequent. It may causes dehydration and produces rice water diarrhea. In severe cases, produces up to 10 to 12 liters of water can be removed from our body. Next one, and also another symptoms are decreases the blood volume and it may causes renal failure and increases the blood pressure and also decreases the blood glucose levels. Eyes can be sunken and shrink means, and also it may causes stomach pains and muscle cramps, and also in some cases produces mild fever, and due to dehydration it may causes dryness of mouth membranes. Coming to diagnosis test for cholera is involves, there are three types of tests: by collecting the stools and by using crystal VC diptychs test. VC means Venkatramana diptychs test, and also using cholera can be easily identified by using rapid kit test. First one, these are the different types of diagnosis tests for cholera. First one is stool collection. After collecting the stool, identified by gram staining and also dark field microscopy. There are different types of methods used for collecting the stools are rectal swab method, catheter method, blotting paper method. And also another test is rapid diagnosis test for cholera RDT. It is a crystal VC diptych rapid test. It is used for detect the rapid spreading of cholera. Next one, serological test. It includes slide agglutination test. These are the various types of tests used for diagnosis of cholera. Next one, stools collection. Stool specimens can be collected by using rectal swab method and using catheter method. This catheter is made up of rubber, and also using blotting paper method. In rectals, for the collection of stools, the fresh stools can be collected by using swab. It does not, these swabs can be introduced into our rectum for 4 to 5 times to collect the fresh sample of stools. In catheter method, rubber catheter can be used for collecting the stools. In case of collecting the vomiting, blotting paper can be used. These are the different types of stool specimen can be techniques. Next one, in olden days, the patient is sleeping on these type of beds. In the beds are having buckets to collect the stools. This is the data sheet to record the stools collection data. It can be called as cholera cot. The cholera patient can be sleeped on the cholera bed. The every time stools collection information can be recorded on the data sheet. This bed is called as cholera cot. Next one, laboratory diagnosis. For the after collection of stools, it can go for identification by using dark field microscopy or phase contrast microscopy. The collected stools can be transferred into thiosulfate citrate bile salt sucrose agar plate. If the yellow colonies are present, it can be identified as the person is suffered with cholera. Next one, serological test. In this type of test done by using slide agglutination test. In this type of test, identify the colonies from the samples and make a suspension with using 0.85% sterile saline and add polyvalent anti-cholera diagnostic serum. If the agglutination is done or positive, the test is repeated with Inaba and Ogawa anti-sera. There are various types of cholera tests can be to detect the patient is suffered with cholera or not. That is my cholera or my test and also cholera test kit. It is a rapid kit test. Next one, coming to treatment, the patient is dehydrated. It can be maintained with using oral rehydration salts. These oral rehydration salts contains sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and sodium citrate and calcium chloride. And also in some cases, it can be injected with Langer lactate Langer solution. For home remedies, it can be mixed with teaspoon salt plus sugar. It can be mixed with water. It can be treated with antibiotics like tetracyclines, doxycycline if the cholera bacteria is present. Another antibiotics like macrolide antibiotic is used for children's and pregnant women like azithromycin. This is the treatment involved in cholera condition. In some cases, using zinc supplements also can be used. Zinc, by taking the zinc, it will inhibit the cyclic AMP activation and decreases the fluid secretion and also stimulate the immune system and also increases the absorption of water and fluids and ions into our body. So zinc therapy also play important role in treatment of cholera. Next one, avoiding steps for cholera. The washing the hands with clean water after you are come to the outside, before and after meals, and avoid junk foods and avoid transport to the cholera containing zones and the contaminated water and contaminated food taking. Next one, what are the various types of steps control the cholera? The water can be safe by using chlorination or using disinfected with bleaching powder. The walls and floors can be disinfected with cresol. The person using areas can be disinfected with cresol. And food can be saved by using only cooked fat can be used. The fruits and vegetables can be purchased from the market. It can be washed with water and cooked and peeled. The unpeeled fruits cannot be eaten. Hands are washed before the eating of food and entering into toilets, and after clean the hands with soap after completing the toilets, and also maintain the toilets clean. And one preventive measures for cholera: to maintain the sanitary proper disposal system, and every day clean the toilets and wash the hands with soap after usage of toilets, and also using only filtered water or chlorinated water, and using freshly cooled water, and the food can be properly cleaned, and uncooked and unpeeled foods cannot be taken. Before you eat the food and prepare the food, it can be washed with soap or clean water. Before feeding your children, it can be washed with water. And after using the latrine and toilets, the hands can be cleaned with soap. And also clean the your hands and legs after cleaning the child's bottoms. If the soap is not available, it can be washed with clean water, and only using cooked food. If the cooked food is improperly stored, it may causes contamination. So cooked food can be covered with plates, and only eating hot and peeled fruits and vegetables. Food can be boiled and cook it and peel it and leave it. To maintain the safety conditions in the kitchen and kitchen places, to maintain the healthy conditions. The persons who are using utensils and other equipments and dresses of the patient is disinfected with Cresol or Lysol or Dettol. There are three types of vaccines used for treatment of cholera. There are Dukoral, Sancol, and Vaxacor. It will given at early stages. Dukoral. This is a vaccine called as cholera and travelers diarrhea vaccine. It is given oral route. It is inactivated in state. It can be given 3 ml. By giving small doses, it will dead the cholera bacteria and develops the antibodies against bacteria. It does not given to the children's having less than 2 years. It is a Dukoral oral cholera vaccine. Next one, Sancol. It is a bivalent cholera vaccine. It can be given oral route. It given for 2 doses for 14 days. Booster dose can be given after 2 years. This Sancol provide longer term protection against Vibrio cholera O1 and O39 in children having age below 5 years. Next one, it is a killed bivalent vaccine protective against O1 and O139. It is given oral route. Next one, Vaxcora. It is a vaccine giving active immunization against Vibrio cholera serogroup O1. It is used for adults and also used up to patients are having 64 years. This Vaxcora vaccine is most commonly used for the persons who are travel to the cholera affected areas. This Vaxcora vaccine is not used for the persons are having locking or low immunity persons. Next one, it is a Sancol or Uvicol plus vaccine. Okay. Next one,